Hare Krishna, thank you for having me here, and first of all, I offer my humble obeisances to all the Vaishnavas, all the devotees present here, and request you to please forgive me for any offenses I may commit. And I'm not at all qualified, but trying still for so many years to say something. I always have a hesitation when it comes to talking, and then I have to do it as a seva, and what can be better? You people have given me an opportunity to speak on this first day of Purushottam Mass, which is such a wonderful month for any kind of devotional service, it is said. So I will try my own way, and we do have a lot of programs going one after the other. I will try to finish as soon as possible so that we can enjoy the rest of the programs for the month of Purushottam as well. So today we are going to discuss the chapter Bhagavad Gita as it is by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and it is chapter 7, and I'm supposed to discuss verses 7 to 12. Okay, and so let's just in the first 6 verses of this chapter, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that he'll now explain how to know him is fully through devotion. Very few people, he says, understands him. Then he goes on to explain his two energies, the material energy, which is like earth, water, fire, air, mind, intelligence, and false ego, and superior energy, the living entities. And everything comes from these energies of Krishna. So he is the source of all creation. Then from 7 onwards, Krishna explains how we can remember him practically, okay, and through all our experiences, okay, our worldly experiences, we can remember and we can understand Krishna. So, okay, the first verse is Mata Partaram Jnanyat. Everyone has their Bhagavad Gita or
You want someone to listen? You want someone to read?
No, if everyone has, they can just follow. Kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam proktam sutre manigana iva. So in this he says, O conqueror of wealth, there is no truth superior to me. So everything rests upon me as pearls are strung on a thread. So what Krishna is saying here is that there is nothing absolutely which is superior to him. And this is why Prabhupada also called our society the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Many people wanted to call it God Consciousness. But he said, no, it is Krishna. He is the Supreme, so it has to be Krishna Consciousness. So he is not partially supreme, or he's not one of the gods among the many gods, and he's not an energy of among many energies. No, he's the original source of everything. So that's what it is. So Srila Prabhupada is explaining, we have pearls which are strung on a thread, right? We only see the pearls, we don't get to see the thread, okay? But the entire cosmic manifestation is existing because Krishna supports it. We don't see it, but we know that it is Krishna who is supporting the whole manifestation. But so similarly, we see nature, right? We see nature around us, we see people, we see technology, we see planets, we see the intelligence of people, but we forget that who's sustaining all these, who's behind all this. Like we see electricity, right? We see electricity, we have in phones, we have in the light, we have like at home in so many gadgets, but the function may be different, but the source is one, that is electricity. Similarly, all energies, all varieties of things that happen emanate from Krishna. So, as a devotee, we learn to see Krishna behind everything. That is the difference between an ordinary person and a devotee. So Prabhupada emphasizes, he was saying, if we understand Krishna as the supreme, he always kept saying, supreme personality of Godhead, then Bhagavad Gita will become very clear to us. Okay? Otherwise, people keep saying, oh, Krishna means impersonal, he is the impersonal truth. He is just symbolic consciousness, or he is mythology. But here you can see, he says clearly, there is no truth superior to me. So it's that simple. And then in the verse 8 he says, Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi sahi suryayo pranava sarva vedeshu sabdhake paurusham rishu. So in that, Krishna, now he's teaching how to practically remember. Rasoham means I am the taste of water. How beautiful, isn't it? So everyone we need to drink water. Krishna could have said, I am in the so and so planet, I am in the Himalayas, I am in this place of pilgrim, but he says, no, very simply, I am the taste of water, I am the taste of water. Because Krishna wants himself to be easily accessible to everyone. So that is why he says that every time we drink water, we can remember, oh, this, and we, especially when we are thirsty, how water is like for us nectar. So that nectar is Krishna. So when we drink water, we think, oh, lovely, this is Krishna. Okay, and devotees become serious in bhakti, small things start reminding them of Krishna. When a mother takes care of a child, she remembers Krishna as the supreme protector. As a personal example, I'll tell you, recently I became a grandma, and I see my grandson as the gift of Krishna, and I see Krishna in him. And I said, I don't have the good fortune of serving you directly, but through you, I want to serve you, Krishna. That's how I take serving that child. So it's really wonderful, I feel. So that's how we should all remember Krishna in whatever he has given us. And a cook, okay, he or she offers tulsi to Krishna, and that way remembers Krishna. See, a kirtaniya, who plays the kartals and all, just play the kartals. He looks at the kartal and remembers Krishna. Okay, so very simply we can start with water, just like that. And he also says, I am the light of the sun and the moon. I am the syllable Om in the Vedic mantras. I am the sound in the ether. I am the ability in man. So without sun, can you imagine, there can be no life. Okay, so we cannot even manufacture. Prabhupada says one sun. Okay, scientists may explain so many mechanics, but who created this sun, the brilliance, so that they don't have an answer. That splendor that of the light, of the sun, of the moon comes from me, Krishna says, him. Then every day we see the sun rise, the moon rise, the sun set, the moon set. We look at them and see Krishna in them. In everything, in the stars, in the sky, everywhere we look, we think, oh, how wonderful you are, Krishna, how wonderful is your nature, how wonderful are the flowers, how wonderful are the plants. So that way, everything we see and remember Krishna. And Krishna says, I am the ability in man. So, man has so many talents, music maybe, good in their management, good in speaking, good in cooking, teaching, business, so many, and good memory. These are all gifts of Krishna. They should always be thankful that whatever, a devotee generally becomes humble, really humble. I'm not saying that you put on a show and say, oh, see how great I am. No. The devotee thinks, because Krishna has kindly given me some ability, I am able to do this, I am able to do that. So this way, when we think that Krishna is giving us the ability, then we will not have false ego. Okay? And Krishna describes further his energies. He says, I am the original fragrance of the earth. See, when when the rain falls, especially in India, I don't know here, we may not know that sondi khushbu we kehte hain na. So that is amazing. It's like you just want to stand there and have a breath of that, and it's so very special. So that fragrance is Krishna, he says. So when we smell that, we remember Krishna. And bhakti is not dry, it is not artificial, it is very, very personal, and it is so blissful. So through his creation, we can experience Krishna and we can experience bliss like that. We don't need any artificial things to make us happy or blissful. We are happy with seeing all these things, and we don't have to go places, this place, that place, to see and wherever we are, we can be happy, and whatever Krishna gives us the ability, we can do and be happy, always remembering Krishna. So I I am the life of all that lives. So, obviously, living body has the soul. So, Atma. And dead body, there is no soul. So, as a great scientist dies, everything is there, he is there. But why can't they revive his body? He may be such a great scientist, but because the spiritual spark, the soul has left. So, Krishna is the source of life. And he's also tapasya, austerity. He's the penance of the ascetics. Okay? Real austerity is not standing on one leg or just fasting 7 days or something like that. No, it is not a torture. It is voluntarily accepting the discipline for spiritual advancement. That we have to do our sadhanas and we focus on them and try to do them better. That is austerity and real tapasya. Okay, like one great tapasya is waking up early in the morning for Mangalarti. That is, if we can do that, we are half our battle is fought, because that is the main hitch. Everyone getting up at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock, doing the Mangalarti at 4:30. Prabhupada kept it very, very strict. In all his temples we'll see that water either ka udhar kuch bhi ho, lekin the Mangalarti will be at the correct time. So, and chanting attentively, that is another big austerity. Then fasting on Ekadashi, that is one thing. Controlling the tongue, both to talk and to eat. Okay? And despite inconvenience, we should continue to serve. See, we shouldn't give small excuses. Oh, I couldn't do it, I couldn't do this because of this. You see some great devotees like Prabhupada himself, what all austerities, what difficulties he underwent to go to the West. He could have very well sat in Vrindavan and enjoyed his life and gone back to Godhead. But he said no, he had to keep what his spiritual master Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada told him, and keeping his words in mind, he worked on it and worked on it, and with all difficulties he travelled the oceans and went to the West and brought back Krishna to India from the West. Again, I would say, because otherwise people were not accepting Krishna consciousness in India, but now you see everywhere it is there. So all these people, Gopal Krishna Goswami, my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami, all these people have toiled so much to give us this Krishna consciousness. So in the 10th verse he says, I am the seed of all existence. See, every living being, in some way or the other, we are originating from Krishna. He is the original seed-giving father. So there should be no envy and no sectarianism that you are so and so, I am so and so, you are from this country and this. No, we are all from one original source father. And whether we are rich or poor, human or animal, educated or uneducated, we are all children of the same original father, Krishna. So, in Vaishnava philosophy, we are taught to be compassionate. Okay? So that's what it is. We have to be compassionate and see everyone as part and parcel of Krishna, be they human, be they animals. There should be no torture of animals. We should not look at animals that, oh, they are lesser, so anything we can do with them. No. And favor one animal and not favor another. So all these things should not be done. And Krishna says also, I am the intelligence of the intelligent and the prowess of powerful men. So, devotees appreciate greatness without envy. So there should be no envy. If if someone is singing very beautifully, the devotee will say, oh, beautiful, this is, Krishna has given this. So they will not say that I am doing it because of my own ability. No, it's because Krishna has given me. And anything for that matter, we spiritualize everything, and our eyes, we see with that vision. Okay, and in verse 11, he says, I am strength, free from passion and desire. I am sex life, which is not contrary to religious principles. So it is, Krishna consciousness is not artificially that we are repressed or we are forced to do something. No, it is naturally, it is there in us. We have to see inwards and we have to find it in us. So strength by itself is not wrong, it is, but should not be used for selfish reasons. It should be used for in the service of Krishna. So then, like Hanuman, he used his strength for Lord Rama, for Sita. So he was a great servant and devotee of Lord Rama. Similarly, Arjuna, even though initially he was a little unsure, finally he gave up everything and he said he would fight for Krishna. Similarly, Bhima was also the same. He gave up all and he said he would fight for Krishna. So all this is spiritual, whatever they did, because they used it for the pleasure of Krishna. Okay? Prabhupada also went on to say that uncontrolled sense gratification is not promoted by Krishna. Therefore, we have one of the 4 regulative principles that there's no illicit sex. Okay, and you have to have progeny, you have it, but you do it in the right way, and that is only with the hope and the prayer to the Lord that the children that we have are also Krishna conscious devotees, they become acharyas. That is what Prabhupada wanted, and that is what he told his Grihastha couples also. And we see that without regulation, the society is disturbed. We have so much unwanted population, and just by artificial means we cannot control this population. It can be done very nicely by observing the Grihasthas, observing Garbhadhana Samskaras and that kind of thing, and then doing it for the pleasure of Krishna and leading a very Krishna conscious life. And in the verse 12 he says that know that all states of being, goodness, passion and ignorance, okay, they are manifested by my energy, but I am independent of them. So we know that material nature here, it works through the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. So we are all influenced by these material modes. Okay, and for goodness we have example we can give as clarity, peace, calmness. And passion we can give an example of desires, endless desires, restlessness, anxiety. And ignorance is laziness, confusion, intoxication in any form. So Krishna is the source of all material energy, but he is transcendental to it. That is, he is above all that. So, like we can say, the government, there is the government maintains a prison, but the government, the people in the government, they are not imprisoned there. Krishna controls material nature, but is never affected by it. Okay, so a devotee, sometimes he realizes I am becoming angry, I am becoming maybe lazy, I am becoming proud, but he doesn't identify with these modes, but he understands these modes are influencing me. Then what he does is he takes shelter of Krishna. Krishna, please help me. I am tending to get more angry and more reacting to things. Please guide me that I control all this and I refrain from these kind of activities. And that how can we do? By chanting Hare Krishna constantly, by sadhu sangha, okay, and eating Krishna prasadam, and hearing the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and doing any kind of devotional service. Okay, so what is the theme of these 5 verses? Krishna is teaching, see me everywhere. Okay, not by impersonal merging with him or not imagination, but personally we remember him. when drinking water, when seeing the sunlight, when seeing the moonlight, when you notice some talent, when you smell the earth after the rain. This is all remembering Krishna. This is Bhakti Yoga. This is as simple as that. Doing this, we are in Bhakti Yoga, devotional service, we are practicing. So, and Prabhupada, his contribution was greatest contribution. See, it was built on International Society, ISKCON, was built on this principle. Krishna consciousness is not limited to only temples, okay? But it is a way of seeing the whole world. It is not restricted to temples only. He taught us, the devotees, to cook for Krishna. Those mlechas and people who didn't know the K of Krishna, he pulled them and taught them to cook for Krishna, to sing for Krishna, to work for Krishna, to raise children for Krishna and use their talents for Krishna. So many of these devotees, beautiful drawings and paintings we see which Prabhupada had made them all, because it's all because of the guidance he gave, and through him they were all empowered to do everything connected with Krishna. So we can ask ourselves maybe, how many times did I, at the end of the day, when we go to sleep, how many times did I remember Krishna naturally? And every time you drink water today, silently think, thank you Krishna. Just say that, thank you Krishna. Then this will transform our consciousness and make us so much more happier. And Krishna is not far away. He's not somewhere. Yes, he is in Goloka also, but he's very close to us. He's very, very close to our heart. He lovingly is giving us reminders. Okay, everywhere in creation. He says, no problem, wherever you are. You don't have to be in Vrindavan, you don't have to be in Mayapur, you don't have to be in the temple. You can be at home. And wherever you are, around you, I'm there. Just look for me, just remember me, just realize me. Okay, and what Srila Prabhupada says is that our Krishna consciousness means just reviving our forgotten relationship with Krishna. That's as simple as that. Okay, so we have to try to see Krishna's hand in everywhere, everything. See, and we have to become grateful, humble, and connected. Then our everyday life becomes devotional life. Okay, and whatever it be, there may be some problems also which we face. Take it also as there is something that Krishna is teaching us through this. It is not that it will be a bed of roses if we think of Krishna and do, okay, nothing, everything, I'll be happy. No, but in unhappiness also, when something goes wrong also, we remember Krishna more. So that is a way of Krishna telling us, you're almost forgetting me, now come on, remember me. So that's a blessing he's giving us, to remember him. Okay, and then like Krishna says, no, manmana bhava mad bhakto, always remember me. And these verses show us how we should actually remember him. Okay, and so since this is the month of Purushottam, okay, and so what are we doing? We have to do more devotional service, it is said. So it's very simple. So Krishna explains he's the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the ability and the fragrance of the earth. So Purushottam month is especially meant for increasing our remembrance of Krishna in all aspects of life, whatever we went through. So if we can remember in Purushottam month, if we do that, it is said that we get 1,000 times the benefit. Today, Guru Maharaj, Jayaraseswari Swami Maharaj said that it is said that any devotional service we do in this month, it is even more spiritual benefit we get than we get in the month of Kartik or Magh or Vaishakh. So this month comes only once in 3 years, so it is really very special. So as much as we can, we should chant as much as we can. Do everything with devotion, little things. If you are not able to do deity service, no problem. Just in your heart, Krishna is there. Just chant and do your activities remembering Krishna. You're cooking, the ladies are cooking at home, do as an offering to Krishna. They are housewives. Like my Guru Maharaj now is very strongly propagating Daiva Varnashrama. Daiva Varnashrama means working or doing whatever we are doing, remembering Krishna all the time, be it Purushottam, be it any other month, be it whatever. If we can do that, then we are all not ordinary people. We are Bhakti Yogis and Bhakti Yoginis, he says. Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. That is what he says. And by doing that, we can really transform our lives and trying to get someone, trying to see if you can get some new person every, maybe once a week you can maybe talk to someone or when you meet someone, ask them to chant Hare Krishna. So that is also a wonderful thing that you can do to get people to chant the Hare Krishna mantra. So in these verses, so this Purushottam month helps us to understand these verses better. Not only the philosophy but practically also. So that is what is very special in this month of Purushottam. So the special Vrat now we are performing of Purushottam is not only doing the extra activities. Yes, we are doing the devotional activities, but we remember Krishna also as much as possible and extra. So that is what we have to focus on in this month of Purushottam. So I will, I really went quick, but yes. Huh?
We have 17 minutes.
No, 6:10 I said, because I know, I said we finish by 6:10. A lot of things to do. So I know it's, I'm finishing early, but I thought that we have a lot of things to do for this month now. What we'll be doing is we will first start with the prayer that we sing in this month of Purushottam is the Govardhana Dharam Vande, that prayer we'll sing 3 times we'll do, and then we will also get, the children will come. Tell the children to come now. So as soon as they can.
Ask any questions. Anyone has any questions?
So we can do the children will, the Sunday school children will come and do chant the 15th chapter, the Purushottam Yoga. That chapter of Bhagavad Gita, only the verses they will chant, and we should all, if we can, chant just the verses every day, if we can. And also we are going to sing the Yugalashtakam by Srila Jiva Goswami. That also, if we can chant every day, that will be a nice thing. So that we'll chant, and also Deep Dan is very special in this month. So we are going to do, like we do in the Damodar month, we'll be doing now every week here. And at home you can do it also, whenever, it doesn't matter which time of the day, but you can offer the lamp, a ghee lamp, to Radha Krishna or any picture you have, anything. And that will be also very wonderful. So these things you can do very easily. And what we do now is that we will have the arrangements done for the offering of the lamp, and also the bhogas finished. It's been accepted by Krishna. So we will now go on maybe to the next part of the program. So what we are going to be able to put up, is there? You put up that? Okay. So this, you can all see on the board, is the, actually in Mayapur and, I don't know Vrindavan, but Mayapur they chant 9 times. and we are supposed to chant 33 times. And this prayer is from the Hari Bhakti Vilas, the scripture, and it was by Kaundinya Muni who chanted this. And we sing this every year in the Purushottam, every third year, whenever it's the Purushottam month. Every day we can chant 3 times at home also, and it's very special. So, what is it? It is the glorifying Krishna. So, the translation of this is, I worship the lifter of Govardhan Hill, who has the beautiful form of a cowherd boy and who continually plays with the Gopas. He is the Lord of Gokula, wherein every day is a festival. And the next verse is, I offer my obeisance to Navaghana Shyama, Krishna, who has the color of a fresh rain cloud, who is holding the flute with his 2 hands. I worship Purushottama, who is so beautiful in his yellow dress, Pitambara. So, this is the special verse that we chant every day in the month of Purushottam. And also, it is said that we can also offer a flower to Radha Krishna. Actually, lotus they offer, but anything, any flower you can offer to the Lord every day if you are able to, if you have the facility. You can offer a flower to them, to the Radha Krishna. Okay, and what else? Yeah, you can chant, even some people chant the Chaurashtakam. That also is okay. It doesn't matter. If you chant that also, it is very nice. So you can do that. And yeah, extra chanting of Hare Krishna mantra, Maha mantra is also would be very nice if you can do it. And as early as possible in the morning, you can do the prayers, the Mangalarti, whatever, it'll be nice. So it is mainly for our own benefit. It is not that we are trying to force anyone anything. Whatever you are able to, if you are working, I know you have your limitations, but whatever you can do as you are going, as you are traveling, you can hear or read the prayers. That is also fine. So that's what we do. Okay, and see, the children haven't come, but 5 minutes. Okay, so then what will we do? We'll chant. We can chant this, but the children haven't come. They will miss. They will not be very good. So what we can do? We'll start the Gita.
It will take time. Children will come by me.
Yeah, we can start now. Maybe we can set up the table for the Gita. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, and
let's give huge round of applause.
Welcome.